YouTube, and welcome to another episode of Disappointed Dragon. So one of the consequences of the pandemic is that I have been quite bored lately, and the problem with me being bored is I like to remedy it by spending money. So you'll notice that I've got a lot of videos coming out lately that are for opening Dragon Ball cards. My friend got me to enter an online tournament that I played in. I mentioned it in quite a number of videos ago now, but I rekindled my love of Dragon Ball, my love of making the decks and collecting and in general, and I've just gone kind of nuts buying them. You've got here off to the left the draft box that we opened a couple of videos ago. Actually, this is another draft box. I actually got another one and opened it since then. I didn't do it on the video because draft boxes aren't that exciting. There's not really any chase cards. And this here I picked up just the other day. This is actually a display case of special editions for set number 5, Miraculous Revival. So it's a very old set. I got it for a discount because, again, it's an old set. There's not a lot of stuff in here that's actually that great. There is some alt arts in here. They're really quite pretty alt arts. They're a very different style than the ones that I've shown you up till now. This is back where they had like a black background with the golden outlines on the card, so it's a very striking looking alt art. There is a secret rare in here. I believe the set has the Super Saiyan 3 Gogeta secret rare? Question mark? If it does, it was a really gaudy looking card. It's completely like gold. There was actually a printing error on it, so it was reprinted as a common. If we get one, obviously you'll get to see it. That would be nice. There is some foil commons in here that are quite good. There's a couple of like staple negates and things that come in this one that if you get them foil are worth a fair amount of money. But otherwise, most of the stuff in here is worth nothing. Each of these boxes that come in here, let's open it up. Comes with, I believe it's 4 packs and some promos. A Janemba promo. I won't open the promo packs just because I have actually opened a lot of these before. And, you know, I don't really need the promos anymore. But we got 6 of them. I got them, like I say, for quite a nice discount because the set is not particularly good. But, you know, I like to open things if the price was right, and maybe we'll get lucky and get some cool alternates. I did get a draft pack with it, which is actually fitting because it is the Miraculous Revival draft pack. And this was, sorry, not draft pack, dash pack, sorry. And I don't think the promos in here are particularly good anymore, but you know what, it's fitting. This is for set 5. These are set 5. Start with this. And we got the 1-star Dragon Ball. So this set was the one where the Shenron leaders first came out. We'll just zoom in a little bit. And what it was is you could have Dragon Balls in your deck, and once you had all 7 Dragon Balls in your drop area, your leader would awaken to the side where they had like the Shenron in the background and the character's wish. So the decks were kind of based around whatever the wish was. There was a Frieza deck where Frieza was revived in the movie Resurrection F. So the deck revolved around reviving Friezas from the drop area. There was a not a Bulma deck, there was a green version with Purunga, which went around reviving Namekians because Purunga's one of the wishes was to revive all the Namekians killed by Frieza. There was a King Piccolo deck, which was about bringing King Piccolo back, and so on and so forth. So this was one of the cards that everyone used at least one of, because what it did, it made your opponent discard a card, and you drew a card. So it was, you know, it was a decent card, and the leaders all let you search for Dragon Balls in some way or another so that you could get them to your hand faster and, you know, awaken. Not such a great card anymore, but whatever. So we'll open this up. Like I say, there's not really anything that I'm really searching for in these. I wouldn't mind getting some foil negates. Dimension Magic is a negate that came in here. It's a blue negate that is a staple still because it's quite good. The foils are actually quite expensive, and I don't actually have any, so that would be a cool thing. Otherwise, you know, alt arts, secret rares, maybe some other cool foil commons, I'm not sure. Can't remember. Any of the Frieza stuff actually would be alright, because I do have this deck as a Frieza deck. So you can see, like, there's Togoma. This card is actually quite good. I will put that to the side because this is a This is a side deck card that a lot of people use. A foil would be nice. I do have a, there was actually a tournament print of this that's got like a gold background and whatnot because it was a staple card. This card is also quite good, but I have enough of those. I don't care enough to put it to the side. This is the one I'm talking about. So this is this set had what are called sparking negates. So you could play these negates for free by taking a life as opposed to tapping mana if you had 5 in your drop area. And what this one does is, not only does it negate the attack, but it untaps 2 blue mana. So if you do it for free, you get to reset 2 mana. So it's just a good card. And our foil is Dragon Ball Seeker Sorby. And then we've got Phantom Strike Janemba. So I will keep this because I do have the, like I said earlier, the Frieza deck for the Shenron leader, and this is one of the cards for that deck, so not bad. There's Frieza on the pack there. One of the issues with this set actually is, and we'll probably get one as we go through, they had rare leaders. And of course you can only play 1 leader in a deck, so when you get a rare leader, if you pull another one, it's completely worthless, and it just feels awful. Let's see what we've got. Dragon Radar. This card was very expensive back when Shenron leaders were good, because what it does is you can grab Dragon Balls from your deck or drop area, and it only costs 1, and it's black, so there's no specified color. Was a really good card. Sadly, no longer is. And that's something that's going to be repeated throughout this opening, probably, is that a lot of this stuff, because it's so old, is just not particularly good. There was also a deck that ran all of the like undead heroes that Baba uses. So, you know, that was kind of nifty. There's our first SR. We've got King Piccolo, Terror Unleashed. Unfortunately, the red King Piccolo Shenron deck was never really used. It's just not very good. All this guy does with his Desire card is he untaps to get to another attack, but he's still a 4-drop, which is way too high, and he's only got 20k power. So just it wasn't a good card. Even on release, not good. One of my favorite cards in the set, this one here. As very much should know by now, I love Frieza, and the art on this card is amazing. Sadly, not a good card, but really pretty. We got another foil. That's pretty nice. This is actually the Sparking Super Combo, I believe. When you combo with it. No, sorry, this is not the Sparking, it's just the normal Super Combo. It is a foil Super Combo, though, so, you know, not awful. And then that's what I'm talking about there. That's a rare leader. So as much as it is nice to have the leaders come foil, when you pull this in place of another rare, it feels awful. Super 17, though, really, really cool. I've always liked Super 17 and regular 17. This deck was alright. It's not awful. Never saw a whole lot of play because there's just a better Android leader that you can play, but the art on it is fantastic. This side I love. Like, that is a great looking leader card. That's it for the first one, actually. So in that one we got 1 SR and 2 foil commons. Not awful. Not great. That's about what you can usually expect from these generally, and this doesn't happen always, as I talked about before. Generally, you get 1 SR per special edition, and that's about what you can come to expect, but you can get better, and you can definitely get worse, because I have. We got our promos again. Let's see what else we can get. A victory for us, like I said before, would be an alt art. East Supreme Kai keeping watch, Childish Heart Janemba. This is the green Sparking Negate. That one has really nice art as well. And just a rare, Deadly Defender Vegeta. There was a whole range of Deadly Defenders. There was 1 for each color. What it was is, while this guy is tapped, your opponent can't attack your leader. The fact that he costs 3, though, makes him kind of hard to bring out. The green one for androids was quite good. It was an Android 18, and the Android leader from Set 2's effect was that all Androids 17 and 18s had their costs reduced by 1, so you could get out for 2, and at the time that was amazing. Because it's a 20k for 2 with barrier. Just all kinds of good. Oh, wow, and that is actually probably the best thing we're going to get today. That is the Foil Dimension Magic. That is still like a $30 card, and it probably will always be an expensive card because untapping 2 mana is just too good. So that is by far the best thing today. I don't know if I have any sleeves off to the side here, but if I have one... there we go. This definitely has to have a sleeve. That is fantastic. That is actually the best thing we're going to get today. The rare is meh. It's just a peel-off deck, which again saw no play. Oh, that's too bad. I like how they have characters and decks for minor things, but it's just not that worthwhile when they're never very good. Alright, and then our rare, still nothing particularly good when it comes to rares. I can't even remember if there is any rares in the set that are actually worthwhile aside from that Dragon Radar, but that's not even worthwhile anymore. Ah, another SR. So this is Frieza back from Hell. I like the card art. It's not too bad. The problem with this card is he requires you to have a Shenron leader, which just makes him not very good. Because even in the Shenron deck, he is a 3-drop instead of a 4-drop, so he's kind of hard to bring out. And his ability is just not reliable enough. Like if he didn't require a Shenron leader, he'd be fine. Because he taps a card and he crits a life off of your opponent, I believe. What does it do again? Sorry. Doesn't crit, just deals 1 damage, but it still deals 1 damage. The fact that it requires you to have a Shenron leader just makes it not playable at all, and it was never a very good card. Even in the deck, you went for the 4-drop Friezas instead, which was just better. There is an alt art of this one, which is quite pretty. I actually have a spare one right now that I am already trying to sell. The biggest issue I have with it is that on the alt art, and this set was actually notorious for typos and errors, they didn't color in his chest. So as you can see on his chest, he has like that purple gem or whatever you want to call it. They left it completely yellow on the alt art. And they actually released a set of sleeves, a deck box, and a mat using the art from the alt art. And they didn't color it in on any of them. They just kept the error in, and I was exceptionally annoyed. Because as you can probably guess, I love Frieza, so this made me quite upset. And that's it for the packs in there. So we'll go for the next one. So much garbage. Opening so many packs gives me so much garbage. My house is full of garbage. I do quite like that Janemba promo. He's actually not too bad, because you can summon him for 1 by returning a card on your field to your hand. So there are definitely ways to use him. I feel like he might once again be a useful card in the future. Oh, another one of those. Sure. Ah, alright, here we go. Here's another SR. This guy is an interesting one, because at one point in time he wasn't bad, because if your leader card is a red earthling, for the duration of the turn this card gets 6k power, can't have its attack negated, and deals 2 damage instead of 1. Or no, when it kills something, sorry. 2 damage when it kills something. I'm not even reading, I'm just assuming what the effect is based off of my memory, which is an awful idea. So there is a Yamcha deck, and there is a bunch of red earthling decks that have come out since then that would make this card a little bit better. It's still not great, and I think it's still valued at like $1, but at the same time, like, it's not like 100% worthless like that King Piccolo card is. That King Piccolo card will always be just sadly garbage. Let's see what else we got. Oh, my guts, my guts. Oh, this card. This card was so good back when Shenron leaders were a thing, because it was draw 1 and then untap the mana you used to pay for it. And you could also, again, since it's a desire card, you could cast 1 desire card for free when your leader was awakened as a Shenron leader, so you could just untap mana again. Another Dragon Radar. Not bad, not great. It is what it is. So far, no alt arts. We've still got, well, quite a few packs left, actually, so there's always a chance, but it's not looking great. Foil Grandpa Gohan. Foil vanillas are one of those weird things where it's like, sure, they're nice, but there's just no value to them. At one point in time, a few of them had some value. Like, I believe there was a foil red Piccolo that was worth something because people were using it in a deck. I can't remember which deck. But now there's just so many, like, foil vanilla monsters that it doesn't matter. You have so much to choose from that a lot of them just have no value at all. If a deck comes out that requires that character, then maybe they'll gain some value back, but unfortunately not at the moment. And, oh, we've got ourselves another SR. Janemba, Infernal Chain. This is an interesting card. So when the Janemba deck came out, there was actually two different decks. That draft pack that we opened at the beginning, Dash Pack, sorry, it had a Janemba leader in it that required you to mill out your opponent. And then in the set, there's another Janemba leader that goes for like these ones, where you rush out all these different Janembas. This one can't be used in the mill one, because in the mill one you can only have battle cards up to a power of 4, I believe. So this one didn't see a lot of play because the mill one was just much more consistent. But it is a pretty card. I mean, lots of gold, lots of shine. Still not worth anything. We've actually already won, like I say, because we got that Dimension Magic, and that's almost worth what I paid for, I think, that entire box. Not quite. It's about halfway, I think. But it's pretty good. Sadly, if I wanted to completely foil out my blue deck, I would need to get 4 of those. So I'd need 3 more. I don't like how it's taped. Never like tape around my cards. Ugh. Well, that one was hard to open. Just moving swiftly on. We've got 2 more left in the back there, and then we'll be out of all of them. Ah, there we go. There's our first alt art. So as I was saying, you can kind of see what I mean. There's a black background. It's got like a silhouette of the character, and then all of the outlines are in gold. So this is really pretty. Sadly, I don't think this card ever saw any play that I can think of. It's not very good, because again, it requires your leader to be a green Shenron. So because of how specific it is, you'd have to like specifically make a green Shenron deck, and it just wasn't as good as either the black Shenron leader or... Actually, both of the black Shenron leaders were just better. So unfortunately, I don't think this card ever got any play. I do think it's got a little bit of value now, just because a lot of the older alt arts, the SPRs, are kind of been bought out and are in short supply, so... That's at least nice. It's a really pretty card. I would have liked to have gotten the 17. I think Super 17 would be the alt art I'd like to get the most, just because it's actually one I would play. I have 2 already, and the deck that I make with it, you usually play 3. So 1 more would actually give me enough to fully foil out that version of the deck. So that would be cool. But you know what? We've already gotten 1, so that's pretty good. Let's see what else we can get now. You can see it's a rare just from the shine there. Ooh! That's not too bad. This is a counter card. We call it the Magic Bullet. Basically, if your opponent is ramping, it kind of takes away some of their mana. So that's not a bad one to get foil. This is garbage. It doesn't do anything. It's too bad. The red Child Goku stuff never really did anything either, aside from there's a 1-drop skillless Child Goku that's used in another deck that got some value, but everything else was kind of low. Alright, let's see what else we can get. So far in all the openings I've done for my channel, we've not got a single God pack. And I mean, it does have the... there's the Deadly Defender right there. It does have the rarity of a secret rare, so it's not surprising. But it would be nice to get one eventually. This is the Deadly Defender Android 18, so it's the one from the Super 17 saga, where she's a little bit older. It's a really good card. I like it. I'll keep it, because I think androids always have a chance of coming back, so off it goes. I would really like them to do... they've done a lot of rework leaders in the past. I'd really like to see a rework leader of the Set 2 androids, just to make it a little bit better, and that would be fantastic, but I just don't see it happening. At least not for a while. Ah, there you go. See, we got another Super 17 rare leader. Awful. Just, you hate to see it. I'm not going to put it aside with the rares, because it's just... Rare leaders are an awful idea. I'm so glad that they've stopped doing rare leaders. It's just not... It feels bad, because you only need 1, so every time you pull another one, it's useless, and everyone else is already going to get 1, so... No one's ever going to want it. It's just, they never have any value. It was kind of the same with the Janemba promo leader that came in the draft box. Same idea, because it was a leader. As soon as you got 1, kind of made the other ones not great, because it's just, you never need more than 1. There's the Super 17 rare and Android 20 Wild Creator. It is a foil common, so we'll put it aside, but it's just not a good card. It's a specifically Android-only card. So, you know, there's a lot of cards in this set that are very specific. Oh, we got something shiny in the back there. I'm guessing it's Shenron, because it looks like it's a black card. We'll find out when we get there. It is, in fact, Shenron. This card, again, never really saw any play. It's a really pretty card, and the alt art, the SPR, is amazing. But it's 5 mana. It's just too expensive to ever summon. No one would ever play it. It's just too bad, because again, like as you can see by looking at it, that is a really pretty card. And it just brings back memories of the theme that my friend keeps on trying to get stuck in my head. Every time we have a conversation on Discord, he goes, I'm talking about Dragon, and then just starts singing the song. It's actually really annoying, but you know, that's how it goes. I'm sure he'll be the first person to watch this video too, so he'll hear that I'm annoyed by it, and he'll love it and probably do it again as soon as he hears it. Here's that other leader I was talking about. This is the Supreme Evil Janemba. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's definitely not as good as the other one. But I'm sure someone made the deck. I think one of my friends actually made it at one point. So we're actually down to the last 5 packs. After this, we've only got 1 left, and we've only got 1 alt art. So, I mean, you actually get... Oh, that's great, too. After Image Technique as a foil. So as I said, the sparking negates are what you want to get from these packs. That's about the only thing you're after in here. And this is the red sparking negate. And I talked earlier in one of the other videos about how I have a red Frieza Prison deck. This card will always be a good card as well. It's not fantastic anymore compared to some of the other ones. Like, it's not going to have the same utility as Dimension Magic, but that is still a really nice foil to get. And it's still worth a fair amount of money. So how many packs was there? There was 6 times 4, that is, what, 24? My math is awful. Yeah, 24. So we got the same amount of packs as we would have in a booster box, but we've only got 1 alt art. And I actually can't remember if this was back when they started upping the amount of alt arts to 2 or not. I think this might have been back when they still only had about 1 per box. So it might be that we're on curve for these, but it's actually been so long that I can't remember. Would be nice to get something like that in here. These are our last 4 packs. Maybe we'll get something cool. Let's start with this one and hope to not get another leader. Although, to be fair, the rares in this set aren't really good, so it doesn't really matter what rare we get, to be honest. We got another one of those. All right. Actually, this would be another card that's nice to get foiled just because I want it for my collection binder, and at one point it was quite expensive. If for some reason Shenron leaders come back eventually, we might see the value of such cards go back up again, but I'm just not seeing it. Not for a while, anyways. Ah, dear. There's another rare leader. Such a waste. 2 packs left. Come on. Give us something good. Give us that tasty, tasty foil. Focus. Focus. There you go. And what did we get? Oh, here's a non-alt art of that Goku we got earlier. Yeah, I mean, like I said, card that never saw any play. Feels kind of meh. Move swiftly on. This is our last pack. This is our last chance to get something good, as it were. And let's see, what do we get? It's not looking good. Focus. There you go. So we got a regular rare. Wah, wah, wah. And a feisty Chi-Chi. Not a good card. So that was 6 packs already. Look at that. Or 6 boxes, I should say, yeah. So how did we do? Well, now have 3 play sets of these, because each of these comes with 2, I think. Does it only come with 1? Give me a second here. Oh, it actually only comes with 1, so we have 1.5 play sets. There you go. I'm so used to the new ones coming with 2 cards in each that I was, for some reason, thinking that we got more, but no. Just the 1. Hopefully one day that's worth something. Right now it's worth absolutely nothing, so, you know, that's great. As for our rares and things, I'm not going to take out the rares. I'm just going to take out the foils. Because the rares, at this point in time, there's just no value to them. Maybe later they will become valuable, but for now they are not. All right, so the pulls of the day. These 3 cards here. I do actually think that the value of these 3 cards actually probably should pay for the entire cost of all of those packs. or at least very nearly, because I believe that the Dimension Magics are somewhere between $20 and $30, although I haven't looked in a long time. And I think the Afterimages are like 15, and I think that this is like 35 now. So it should come up to about 70 CAD-ish. Again, I'm not even going to bother checking, so if I'm wrong, meh, that's fine. Here's the other foils that I think are not too bad. I mean, we got 1 star, which is unfortunately not worth anything these days, but it is a really nice card. The SRs that we got. Focus! Stop losing focus. Yeesh. All right, how many did we get? Let's just actually take a look at that just to see. So we got 6. I think this was actually around the time where they lowered the amount of SRs you were getting to like 5 or 6. So this would have been about the same amount you'd get for a box. There's a good variation. We didn't get any duplicates, which is nice. An interesting thing about these like special edition types boxes is you don't have the same ratios as you do in a box. You can either do really well or really poorly. We did actually all right. I mean, as far as like foil commons and uncommons go, stop losing focus. Thank you. We got what? 9 out of 24. I mean, I think that's pretty decent. For a while there, we were getting very few foil commons. I think we were only getting like 4 per box for sets 10 and 11. I think in set 12, you get a foil in every box. I'd have to go back to that video and look, but I think you get one. If you don't get an ultra, you get a foil common or uncommon, which is nice. A lot of these are really, really worthless. Like, these 2 are completely worthless. But this one will go in my Frieza deck, so it's nice for me. This will probably hold on to a little bit of value, just because it's nice. If this had been foil, that would have been worth something. I like Grandpa Gohan, but it's not really worth anything. So as far as it goes, I mean, for a product this old, I don't think we did too badly. Like, our pulls were not great, but they were also not awful. I will take them for sure. I really kind of wish we'd gotten either a God Pack or a Secret Rare, because I still haven't been able to show you guys what that's like. But I do have to say, the one thing I wanted from this was the foil Dimension Magic, and I got one. So I just cannot complain. It was an excellent opening. I don't think I'm going to be doing any more card games for a little while. There is a new... I'm going to completely date this video. There's a new Dragon Ball set called Battle Evolutions coming out, and I have pre-ordered 4 boxes. That's not coming out till the end of this month. Once they do come out, I will open them in a very long video, probably. I'm going to try to go through the packs really fast. We'll just go through them slowly at probably the first box, and then we'll just speed through it to see what we get. But there's a lot of good reprints in there, and I'm really excited. And then maybe when that's done, if I get all the cards I need for my ape deck, maybe we'll try something different. I'll do a deck profile of my ape deck. We'll see how I feel. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. But we will definitely open the boxes, unless for some reason Bandai doesn't send them to BC like they did last time. But I'm going to believe that they won't do that to us again. But until next time, stay happy, stay healthy, and don't waste your money on card games, because it is a lifelong addiction and it takes away all of your money. All right, I'll see you guys next time.